All right, welcome everybody to an exciting edition. We do have some members here also on the live stream, and you'll be able to hear them. This is a secret session really for the members. We're going to kind of buzz through the charts really quick and just give a couple of just some of the stuff that we're looking at. The first thing we're going to go over is we're just looking at these CME gaps that we do have, right? And you know, we see a teeny tiny. Now, this one technically says that the gap was filled, right? So the high is, this one technically says that the gap was filled for the July contract right there, right? It's not that. This is July is just a day old, right? Or no, this is just updated. I don't know when the day of this CME future closed or open. But right here is the August one. So this is the August one. You do see the gap right here. So there's the gap, 11,377. And then this is the September contract, 11,443. So in my own personal hope and opinion is I would like to get up here and fill this CME contract before we really start the pain and suffering. Now, do we have to? I mean, God, we're so close to this. Excuse me, got the hiccups. We're so close to this right now that I see that, you know, one of the things I'd like to see is I'd like to see this come up and fill this gap and then drop out like a rock. And that's where we get the pain, right? We get all the bloody and the pain, the blood and the pain and the suffering, because I still, like, we're on it. We're going to go over it, just a couple charts that we're looking at. I'm going to buzz through here. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, so take a look. So what we've done is we've extended the channel. So here's our long-term channel. It's what I did is I've got 3 touch points on top. 1, 2, 3. This was a breakout. I got 1, 2 touches on the bottom. So I've adjusted this channel right here. Now we came down. We did bounce out of a bullish bounce zone. Right now we didn't do this beautiful double bottom like we did back over yonder. Right. We didn't do this beautiful double bottom like we did there. We did just a single bounce, kind of like we did for these ones right here. Single bounce, right? Single bounce, and then really took off up there. But, you know, so like, this is good. This was a good bounce yesterday. We went long on this, and I still think there's the opportunity to fill these gaps, right, that are just a little bit up here higher for us. Those gaps are actually, we're going to pull this baby 40 right there, right? I'm going to make that line white, right? Because this would be our gap target right here, right? So this will be our gap target. Top gap target, 1,431. Oop, that did not work out very well. Oh, I got that on. There we go. Okay, so there's our top gap target right there, 11,431. To fill that, you know, remember, you're going to get some hokey pokey and whatever else not. Now, the challenge that we're seeing right here is that, I mean, the market is looking kind of soft right here. You know, we'll peek at, we're going to take a peek at the volume. Let's bring up the volume on some of these charts right here. Oh, where's the volume? There it is. I don't need it on the 23, but I do need it on the 4-hour. All right, let's take a look at the volume right here. There's the 12-hour volume. More than, we're in 8 hours. We got 4 hours, 3.5 hours left. Man, the volume is really taking a turd here on the, really taking a turd. Right, the volume really played out. Look at that 4-hour beautiful bearish candle that formed up right there, like super bearish candle, kind of followed by a nice pretty bullish candle on the bottom right here. A lot of heavy duty trading in range. This just looks like bots are just messing around, having a good time. Let's take a look at the 6-hour. You know, we had a nice little dropout right there on Binance. Binance came all the way down. Nice little dropout on Binance. Watch these candles. This forms up on the 12-hour over here, okay? Just keep an eye on this. What happens, you can move yourself into a double doji where you put in 2 doji candles and then you fall out on it. We really need this to pump up and to fill this upper gap before we make our way down. At least that's my hope. I'm still holding on to my shorts. I do have more shorts loaded up high to try to fill that gap and then catch the pain and suffering on the way down. I'd also be looking to, if we on a pump up here, to close out my long trade, which did not get stopped out. And yep. And that's kind of what I'm looking at. Hey, Doji. Yeah, dude, sorry, I put it in there a long time ago. So let's look at the volume on the daily. Go over and take a look at daily volume. We more than a third of the way done with this daily candle right here. Once again, we don't want this to choke up and turning into a hanging man candle. If this does turn up and choke into a hanging man candle, we're just going to look for more action on the downside, right? But that's really not what we want. We want this thing to either move sideways and form out some kind of a bullish flag to give us that little pumpy up, and then we'll move our way down. All right. What I want to do is let me just throw a quick fib. I do have this over on the other chart. All right, but I'm going to throw that fib on there. So you see how this would, look at that. Look at this would work absolutely perfect to come up here, tap out on that 50, and then just roll over and do a little rollover and dive for us, right? So kind of move, squiggle, up, bang, and then down, right? This would be perfect because on that retrace from the top to the bottom there, that would be the 5-0. That would be super sexy for that to happen. All right, let me get up to the vamp charts. Also on the vamp charts, we're going to go through this real quick. I'm going to try to get this over quick. Looking for support right here. This is the God mode with the LSMA. So, you know, this has worked out absolutely perfect. If you guys go back and look, we're coming into the support. Look, this is the bearish zone. We have not entered the bear zone, right? The bears, right? This is the bull zone up here. Look, during the bear market, you just got some little teeny tiny peaky weekies up there, right? Little glimmer of hope. Oh my God, it's going to be a bull market. This is it. No, fail, right? Look at these are all clearly bullish peaks and zero down in the bear land, right? Nothing. We have not got the claws down into the bear land, but you can see all this bearish. Look at all the bearish action right here, right? You see all these bearish claws that were digging down deep, right, into the flesh, and you know, so we just haven't got that. We're still waiting for our first peaky down into this bearish land by this indicator, right? So, you know, and I feel we're going to go over that in a second on how close we truly are to either going one way and or the other. The gaps, I'm going to just remark this gap chart out right here because I do want to put in that 1,400 range. Right, boom. Right, and I see the top of this gap is actually 443. Right, I see it on the CMEs where it is 443. Okay. This trend line has worked out perfect. It has held the price action inside of these two trend lines, held it inside there, held it inside there. We don't have much farther to go to close this out. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing one more little gap up. This can always roll straight back over. You know, if you go historically, you roll back here historically, you can go, oh, you know, look, it's going bullish, and then it just continues to crash. See, like this, like down, 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 bullish, and then crash, right? Down, 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 bullish, crash. So you're able to kind of swing that bat both directions. You can see that going up also happens going down. We really haven't had a chance to do that on the downside yet. So still waiting right there. Still waiting to see if we break this trend line. Once again, this will break the trend and throw us into a more bearish trend. Okay, it'll throw us into a more bearish trend. Not like in the candle on the CME over there, but once again, still haven't filled those upper gaps. It does show these gaps got filled in the weekly, but I just don't know if that qualifies. All right, I definitely haven't filled the higher gaps. Looking at the OBV, OBV on the daily, I've got this trend line kind of set right here, and the trend line is holding still, right, as we're inside this kind of choke point right here. You know, still this is the weekly. The weekly is holding the trend line right there. We did break the larger trend line, and we've gone into a And I don't like to use this wedge. I like to use trend lines. This is the 3-day. I like to use trend lines. I don't like to use wedges. So this is, this can still fall out. These wedges don't work so good on the OBV, right? I like to use them more on, I like to use the trend lines more, okay? I like to draw the trend lines and see if we just break the trend lines, okay? Listen, we're going to have a bearish cross on the daily. That's not going to happen until, and we're going to get into that. Let's go over and take a look at the crosses. We did have that 12-hour cross. The 6-hour cross is going to happen very, very soon. We've still got 3.5 more hours to see that bear cross right there. On the 6-hour, we do have a bear cross confirmed on the 12-hour. And this daily will possibly, if the price action does not go up, remember this price action can still go up, close out high, throw up an evil wick up there, and then drop back down. So I will be really tightening up on my long trade if we do not close above this and this closes out and at the close of the next daily candle tomorrow. Looking at this, ugly. This is not pretty. Kind of looks like a big cup and handle still right there on this, the monthly time frame right here. Just looks like a massive turn in some big ugly cup and handle. You see that? Nothing here. Oh, look at the RSI right over here on the weekly. The RSI is still way high. They're really hot. Look at the possible cup and handle on the monthly right here. Got a possible cup and handle on the monthly over here, right, that we need to be aware of. Look, landed on the lower Bollinger Bands. Support, 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 and support, right? Came down, just tapped on that lower Bollinger Band for support on the 2-day. Worked to the daily and the 12-hour, right? Nothing really. Just that monthly candle looks ugly. The weekly candle... just the weekly candle's kind of neutral. I'm not really bearish or bullish on this candle right here. To kind of go either way. This is what we really talked about in the members area. I posted up a whole bunch of charts on this. The most critical one is this 3-day. Look, we're at support, and we're down here kissing the support again. Now, historically, this is what we're looking for. A break of this. And it is just mayhem, okay? You break this 3-day. This should be the key that you're all watching right here. You're watching this 3-day TDI chart. You should have the 3-day TDI chart pulled up. And if you break this lower Bollinger Band on here, it will be a shit show. So all you got to do is you just got to go over into the members area. Or if you guys are in the members area, you guys can see how when this dumps... Right, look, this is every time it's, that shows the double bottoms and double tops. And then these are the dumps, right? So you guys can see when you lose that lower Bollinger Band right here, when you lose the lower Bollinger Band, it's an absolute shithole. Just shit drop, like just pain, suffering, like people jumping out windows, cars crashing, dogs and cats living together, absolute mayhem, right? Zombies rising up out of the ground. For crypto, that's pretty traumatic. Now, when you do hold that, these are the holds. This is every time it holds the 3-day, you get a beautiful moon run. And once again, this is super critical because we're at a time where this is it. I mean, we're right here. We're kissing it, right? We haven't found out if this is a relative or not. If this relationship is going to be good or bad. Right now, I mean, I don't even know. Are we kissing some strange woman in a strip club? She's telling us she loves us. We still got $150 in our pocket. She doesn't take Bitcoin, but she does want fiat. Does she really love us? We're about to find out. All right. ADX chart shows that we are trending neutral because you've got the bearish signal headed down and the bullish signal headed down. So you're in more of a neutral pattern. You really need this to continue to close out lower down here. I mean, we got to really break out, down here to the downside and get below this orange line. I want to see it close below the orange line, and I want to see this orange, the bull line start to head up to the top side. When this orange line crosses over the green histogram line, once again, this is another signal for us that things are going to get real ugly, okay? good, nice ugly signal for us. The weekly, we went over the weekly. We just landed on this support. Still got a long way to close this weekly out. Look, where there's that one, the little red one. It's flashing again, right? It's just teasing us. It's like, here I am. No, I'm not. Here I am. No, I'm not. Here I am. No, I'm not. Right? So this red one is just teasing us by flashing on and off for us. I want to see this red one come up. This red one is going to be super important to start the second cycle of the bear run, right? Phase 2. So we've run phase 1 of the bear run, right? Every time you run 4 phases, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 4 TD9. So you get really 3 phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, right? Actually, yeah, phase 3, phase 4. So you get technically 4 phases out of each bull run. And where we're sitting right now, we finished phase 1. We're looking for this completion of the pullback so we can start with phase 2. Okay, so all good. We did land on support right here. We did throw in this big, super big double top. Now we've got the double top on a lot of indicators, right? We've got a double top on a lot of indicators that we're looking at on the higher time frames, right? We're looking at that double top back on the TDI charts, right? So look, you got this big double top right here on the 3-day chart right there. Not pretty. That's pretty ugly, right? So we're also keeping an eye on that chart right there. So we do have a bunch of double tops that are kind of posted up. We're watching it. The Stoke still bearish as fuck. Not going to change on that. And nothing, you know, we've gone over already the shorts, where I think the shorts are. I think this is just a phase of disbelief. I think we are in a phase of disbelief with the shorts. And I'm going to, they are in disbelief. Jesus Christ, I'm a horrible speller. All right, seriously, how do you spell disbelief? There it is. Got it. Got it. I got it. All right. So I think the shorts are in a state of disbelief right now, right? 6 years of college down the fucking drain. I think that the shorts are really in a phase of disbelief. I think they are just like, they don't believe it, that they feel that there's no way this is going down, and I feel that this is exactly what happened to them. This is what happened to them in 2018, January. Right, this is exactly what happened 2018 in January right there. So I think that they're like, no way, this is not going down. It's not going to happen. Everything's butterflies and rainbows. And we're about to find out. I mean, you know, we still think we're in phase 1 of the bull run. We're looking for a confirmation, a pullback with support to start phase 2 of the bull run. Okay, massive symmetrical triangle right here. We are going to take a look at this chart. So I got to take this out to the daily. I'm going to blank this out for a second, everybody. So here's kind of what we're looking at. You know, everybody knows we've been watching this. This is a very important indicator for us. When you break the 333, very bearish. When you pull up, very bullish, right? So as you see, this green line is the 333 right here. When this blue line breaketh to the downside, it is extremely bearish, right? But you've got to get this blue line down underneath here in order to really to get that bearish trend, right? You can't get the bearish trend without the blue line on the downside. Let me see if I can pull this up right here. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Give me a second. All right, I'm going to show you guys. Don't need that. Don't need that. Yep, we'll leave that. Okay. So what happens is you see this blue line. All right, actually, let's get rid of the other one. We'll get rid of the purple. Okay. So when you can clearly see what happens here, when you, no, we don't need this. I want this. Here we go. Oh, come on, you piece of crap. That's as far as I need to go back. Okay, come to daddy. There we go. All right. So you can see when you break south, this is a very strong confirmation of a bearish trend, right? So there's that one. There's this one. There is pretty much from here to there. There's this one. And then we all know this fun one that we all had so much fun, right? And, you know, little teeny tiny little pokey, this is actually this area right here, right? That was actually right there. And we've had nothing, right? We had a little teeny tiny teaser right here, little teeny tiny teaser. But other than that, we've had nothing. So everything below here is what it is a confirmation. Ratio of bear trend, right? And that's what it is. It's just this is a confirmation of bear trend below 33.3, right? It's just that simple. And this is what we're all waiting for, right? Are we going to hold this and bounce just like we did here? It's just going to go, you know, are we going to get a, I probably want to use, oh God, black's not going to work. Let's go over here. Let's find a pen. Aqua. Okay. You know, are we going to get another fake out? Are we going to get another fake out? And then this is going to be a moon. And we're going to say, okay, you know, we're going to head to a, God, I just don't know where. I just can't see this thing going to 16K. I just can't. The only way I see this thing going to 16K is like a meltdown on Tether or something like that, you know, or something along those lines. I really think the best, I think, honestly, I think what's going to happen is we're going to get some kind of a down and then up. And this is going to give us our 8K gap close area, right? That's 8 to 85, and like I'm not even worried about anything all the way down into the 6K. It's just not. I'm just not worried about anything. 6K, I'm going to be bullish. 5100, I'm going to be bullish. I'm just going to be looking for some massive bounce, and then this run is going to be your 20K plus run right here, and this would be your phase 2. This one, I feel if we do this, all this is going to turn out to be is another fake out with another dump back down. I mean, we really want to do this lower one because I feel the lower one is going to be the more healthy retracement for Bitcoin right now, and really what we're looking for, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up one more line. Let's bring up the green. I don't know if I want to bring the green line up. Do it, and then what we'll do is I'm going to bring it up like here. That's okay. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll leave this up so everybody can see this. I'm going to flip these bad boys. I'm going to flip this like this. And I'll shrink that down. Kind of hard to get all this stuff in there. I just don't want to. I don't want that arrow to be there. I don't want that arrow. I'm willing that arrow not to be there. Okay, okay, you guys got that. I'm willing that arrow not to be there. All right. And what I'm going to do is with this, it just phases almost all the way out. Okay, we'll put this down there. Okay, there we go. So we can keep a real close eye on that right there. That way we can keep a super close eye on that. All right, let's zoom line around. Looking for support still lower here. This once again shows us, you know, we lose this support, and it's going to be a confirmation of the bearish continuation, right? So we've got a lot now. Take a look at this. So this is our NVT chart, right? And we came down, we landed on this blue support. This is a very, very weak support line, right? It's a very, very weak support line here. So oftentimes this support line does give up the goods. You know, look, you can get some good bounces off this thing. Look, bang, bounce, right? I mean, here, same thing, bang, bounce, bounce there. And then you got a bounce here, bang, 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 right? Now we landed on this support, and this support in the past has proven that it is, you know, it does work as a support and resistance both ways. The indicator is blue, so that's actually good for the bulls. That's actually good for the bulls. When it's red, you're still watching your warning sign when it's red, but when it's blue, it's actually still good for the bulls right there. Same thing, alts, watching alts and everything. You know, and I'll go over the alt chart really quick. Here's our alt chart. This is our, so what we're watching here is, this is like on the nose, right? So if you draw out this massive, falling wedge right here, you see that the alt market cap is on the bottom of this. I mean, we are literally on the bottom. Somebody is holding that. My fear is that any radical move to the upside with Bitcoin, will end in an alt drop. Any big dump on Bitcoin will end in a radical drop by alts. And I feel that we're just kind of in this situation right now that it's bad both ways. It's just bad both ways. And anybody who's been watching me, I haven't been talking shit. I haven't been saying nothing. I haven't been doing altcoin streams. I haven't been talking about altcoins or anything. The only altcoins I just brought up, I just talked about one in the members area. Looks okay. Possible double bottom looking on it. Or a W bottom. Also, you know, God, I was really hoping that BNB would give us had a beautiful daily candle close on it, just super gorgeous. But you know, that's really the only two I can see where I'm like, But man, I'm afraid to play alts right now. Honestly, I'm just in fear to play alts. I don't think the bet is good for alts right now. Listen, I have my holds, okay? I mean, I have my holds. The members know what they are, and I'm still just holding them. Ride or die with those bad boys. You know, hopefully not die. Okay, so hopefully not die on those. And that's it. I mean, I really don't think that we have anything else to go over. We're on the cusp right now, right? And everybody should really have a 3-day chart opened that's parked with the TDI indicator on it. I mean, that's really what everybody should have. Everybody should just have that 3-day TDI chart loaded. And if we lose that, it's, you know, back to eating ramen. You know, that's it. So we're back to eating ramen. You're going back to your day job for a little while at Taco Bell. And if we hold that, we could get a nice bounce out of here. Hopefully possibly make a double top. Possibly poke into the 14K. I just can't see going any higher, boys and girls. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's healthy right now. I think what we need is we need to go back. We need to close the gap at 8,500. I'd like to close this gap up above us first. Then let's drop down and close the gap at 8,500. And then let's move up. Okay? Then let's move up. Then that would be a much better play because of how radical of a parabolic move we've had. Okay?